stories. We all spend our lives telling them. About this, about that, about people. But some stories are so good, we wish they'd never end. And they are so gripping, we would go without sleep just to hear a little bit more. Some stories bring us laughter, sometimes tears. But isn't that what a great story does? It makes you feel. Stories that are so powerful, they are really with us forever.
Text 087 69 44 500.
90.3 Near FM.
When I first came to Near FM in September 2009, part of my studio duties was to load a 30-minute pre-recorded European-based programme called Radio Book. The stories themselves were interesting enough, but a little removed from where we were in Coolock on the north side of Dublin. I said to myself, I have stories in my head about my childhood growing up around these parts. I could do that. I could write and narrate these for a similar Radio Book programme. I went to a PC in the Near FM office and I opened up a Google's document folder, which is part of the Gmail setup. I started writing my stories. Google Documents allowed me to write at home as well. I started printing them off and handing them around to my Near FM colleagues for reading, feedback and grammar. They liked them. At least they said they did. They understood them. Some people laughed out loud. Things looked promising. 18 months later, in early 2011, with over 20 short stories completed, a sound and vision project involving 6 of my stories was discussed and agreed at Near FM. During the writing of the story treatments in early 2011, I started sketching scenes from the stories, and at this stage I decided there was a book in all of this. In June 2011, I self-published Turn at the Pine Trees, a selection of 12 short stories dealing with my childhood years from the age 7 to 12. Without this Near FM radio series that we're launching here today, I am certain that my book would still be parked in the virtual world of Google Documents. Thank you, Near FM. After formal approval by the Broadcasting Authority of Ireland, the first stage was to narrate and record the 6 stories. This was completed in Studio 4. Gilbert O'Sullivan's music was my first choice for intro and outro. For intro I used Ma'am, the Kettle's Boiling. For the outro I used the beautiful simple song Goodbye. I used the same music for the 6 stories. His music always resonated a certain innocence, and this is exactly what I wanted to convey in the stories. Then the fun really began as I tackled the sound effects required to bring the scenes in the stories alive. Bird song, running streams, bicycle horns, children playing outside. These were all required and pretty much available from our good and free friend, the internet. One story in particular, however, the Battle of Turnipin Lane, would turn out to be an epic. As well as the charge of the American 7th Cavalry and pursuing Indians, I needed grass and hedges going up in flames, sword fencing, children shouting, arrows flying, so I needed to go outside the studio to get these ones. I headed to Clonshock, which is very close by, where one of my stories is actually based. My childhood friend, Christy Gunning, has a small farm there, and this is where we recorded the special effects. First was the burning of the grass, and then we recorded the sword fencing in a glass house to shield us from the noise of the nearby Dublin airport. What a day we had.
And so here we are in Clonshaugh, just about to say goodbye. I hope you enjoyed the brief glimpse of behind the scenes, what goes into bringing a short story from the page to the radio series. I hope you enjoy my stories, and please God, there'll be another 6 next year. Thank you. Bye bye. Oh, by the way, this is Missy.